You are live on YouTube.
Please do not swear. I wonder if that's Scotty one in.
Might be
Or
you.
Chris. It's not me.
Could be.
It's not because I'm not logged in yet.
Quick log in, it'll put somebody else on.
Hey. Can we need to move the chair a little bit forward?
Good morning. Two.
Good evening, good evening.
Hello.
That light makes my eyes look right dark in here. I've just looked at it. It's
Good evening, Claire.
Evening, Claire, my lovely. How are you? Evening, Paula.
Hello, Paula.
Hope you're well, ladies.
What's happening? YouTube sucks balls. Did anybody get a notification?
Oh dear. Yvonne, hello, my lovely. How are you?
I misread that, what she put then.
What did you put?
She put YouTubes, but I thought it said YouTube.
Oh dear.
No.
No, you're not well, my lovely. Evening, Leah.
No, I think they mean no.
Scotty.
It only tells me there's 2 or 4.
Oh, no notifications. Denise, hello, my lovely.
On YouTube right now.
Oh, I was watching Sam and Sam said that. I'm glad to hear you're all alright, my
Yeah,
lovelies.
glad you're right. Good evening,
Amy.
Amy. We're up to 6.
Woo,
We're up to
Mario
6.
Car.
I'm sure YouTube's broke.
Why?
Because it's not sending notifications out again.
It's alright.
Oh, Scotty got a notification, that's alright. Eh?
BDC Pro.
BDC Pro, how are we?
Welcome to our ETA family. It's cold.
You didn't. Denise, you're going to be a grandma. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Denise. Do we know whether it's going to be a boy or girl just yet?
Amy, Linda.
Evening, Linda. Scotty, congratulations. Penny. Hey, precious ones. Love to you all. Love to you too, Penny. I love being a nana. Can't say grandma because I'm too young to be a grandma. Evening, Karen. Carol. But you said glamour if you're going to be a grandma. But I'm a nana. I prefer nana. Evening, Peter.
Evening, Peter. Hope you're well.
Carol, are you feeling, my lovely?
Well, as you can see, we are not out tonight.
Well, you're no. John
Well,
was going out on his own.
I've got all history written up and everything. I got my location. I was ready to go. I was dressed and everything. And so I looked at it. Went to like.
Oh, sorry, guys. Claire got notification on ETA page. That's what I
Yeah, opened door to let dog out before we left, and it's absolutely hammering it down. So, kind of watch it work.
Yeah. So I'm not ready. I always put a bit of slap on, but obviously I couldn't. Walk out in the shed. Exactly, Yvonne. He's out. He's out in the shed.
I film drag racing and paranormal and urbex exploration and family fun.
Well, welcome.
Welcome, BDC
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Urban Xing and family
Brett,
fun.
you've got
Love that.
notification.
Thanks, Brett. Evening, Angela.
Thank you, BDC.
Thumbs up. Cheers, my lovely.
So I looked at and it were absolutely tipping it down.
The location it got for tonight was quite a good location.
Yeah, there's a lot of history to it.
So much history. He's going to go back there. Hopefully I might be able to go with him.
Good evening, Sam.
Hopefully I'm going to be able to go with him. Tonight I couldn't have got. I weren't ready to go out on investigation. It's pissing down here in Rotherham. Yep, absolutely.
We missed you too, Claire.
We missed you, Claire. It's absolutely ballsing down here, so there's no way he could have gone out tonight. Not with where he was going location. He would have been covered in mud by the time he got home. Evening, Brett.
I'd have been totally wet through.
No, you'd have been covered head to foot in mud, trust me, because he would have just gone head or tit. Arse or tit, head or tit.
Whatever. I think both.
I think it's arse or tit.
I think both.
Gone both. You are in little Stargate. Love your chit chats.
Thank
Lovely
you,
energy with you all. Thank you, Penny. Everyone, big shout out to ETA Paranormal sharing the stream on my. Oh, bless you, Carl. Thank you. Don't forget to drop by and see Carl. He does adventure. He does exploring, doesn't he, Carl? Urban exploring. I'd love to do that. I really would love to go out and do some urban exploring, but Big Red just don't get across farmers' fields and walls and everything else. But John did look and he saw a new device, but it's for wheelchair rather than scooter. But we can't see it in UK just yet.
No, I don't know if you guys have seen them. It's like a wheel with a motor on that you attach to the front. You put like a bar on wheelchair and it attaches onto the wheelchair and turns it into like a freewheel scooter type thing.
Which would be brilliant because then when we did come to these little nooks and crevices, it's very light to move across. So I am going to look into seeing if I can get one of them. I do apologise that we haven't been out. Last Wednesday really did me in at Derby Jail. Stupidly.
Segway. No, it's not a segue.
A segue, yeah, I'll have a segue. Stupidly, I took medication. Obviously, I had to take medication to top up on my pain.
One Amy sent you?
I think it was similar to one Amy sent me.
Similar to one you sent. Yeah, it just attaches to it from it's like handlebars and a wheel that
and
you
that's
steer with.
it. It just attaches straight onto a wheelchair, which looks really easy.
Front.
But yes, I took my medication as I do, and then on Sunday I'd not been out all weekend. Evening, Louise. On Sunday we nipped out to see Simon, and I'd had nothing to eat, but I needed my medication, and I decided very stupidly to take the medication. And from Sunday night to last night, I felt like having an heart attack. My chest. They were just like acid reflux, which I suffer with really badly when I don't eat on my meds. So hence why. And I've just been passing out with tablets. So I am feeling better, Scotty. A little bit better anyway, not 100%. But I'm well enough to come and sit in here and chit chat if I'm well enough to sit and watch
I'm fine with my dead tooth.
He's got to have his tooth out tomorrow. Friday, yeah. So I'll be toothless on Friday. So apart from that, we are all good.
I won't be toothless. I'll be one tooth less.
You'll be one toothless. Toothless. So we are going to do some experiments in a bit. We'll put Ovulus on because we've got we can't turn camera. Or can I turn camera?
Oh my God, here we go.
Do I turn camera? We brought in another little table. Well, a drawer table-ish thing.
Like a bedside table.
Like a bedside table.
Mike don't know yet.
No.
Can
you? I can't even see if they can see it.
Can the heck? It's got all my coffee and everything on it.
That's okay.
Stand there somewhere, yeah.
Right, stand there. So we can put all his equipment. Surprised we can't hear the rain on the shed. I know. I mean, if I turn you, if I do you that way,
well, you'd be better. Actually,
you can see it on windows.
What you'd be better off doing is pressing button and turning camera around.
Well,
and you can see what you're looking at.
Probably, because now I've moved all on set thing. So yeah, we can see it. You're both in the wars. I know, Louise. I know. I could have punched him inside at face and knocked that tooth out, but I thought
I think she did. That time the tooth's dead.
I think it were best I didn't.
Mine started Wednesday night when we were on way home from Derby Jail, and I got this screw. Well, I've got what I thought were a sensitive tooth.
That's a pretty sizable shed. It is, mate.
It
is. It weren't bad either for
10/6, is it?
What it cost. It went sale. I got it in winter sale.
Still not had time to do it. But yeah, Wednesday night coming home from Derby Jail, I had what I thought was a sensitive tooth that had been playing up, and Wednesday night coming home, it started getting really bad. Thursday,
Shed of the dead.
I didn't eat or drink out. It was that painful.
We can't call it Shed at Dead because Phil, Mr. Phil Sinclair calls his Shed of the Dead, so we've called ours Parashack.
Parashack.
Like the Love Shack.
But it's just paranormal, no love, it's just paranormal.
There's no love in this shed. Does he? He does, yeah. I don't know if you've seen him when he goes on live from his Shed of the Dead. So yeah, so we couldn't call it Shed at Dead. Meat feast pizza tonight. You know what I've had tonight? Last night for my tea, I had boiled rice on its own, and then tonight for my tea, I managed scrambled egg. The Shrieking Shack. That's what it could be.
It's just weird, isn't
I
it?
don't know who shrieks.
You. Definitely.
So we're gonna pop Ovulus on.
Yep.
While we're in, I need to wash my hair, and I've had to stick this thing in my hair. Look, and it hurts my head. It is the Shrieking Shack. It is. It can be the Shrieking Shack.
Smoke.
We'll put it down, then it's not too. Because I think, I don't know if anybody else. Everybody knows what this is, don't you? It's an Ovulus. What is it? Ovulus 5C.
Something like that.
Something this one.
B or C.
Right.
One or t'other.
Yeah, it's one or other. But what we've been told is, and I was saying this other night, you know, if we touch it by antennas there, it starts spitting words out. So, don't know if any of you guys on here, any parafam, I'm not saying guys anymore, evening Tracy, my lovely, just read what Penny's just put, please.
These old
but
bodies, they don't do what it
we
says
got
on the
told
tin. Look after yourself,
that sometimes, because our bodies have got energy in them, that when we hold front top or we're near it, it starts coming out with a lot of words, which I find fascinating.
So, like when I'm out on my own,
and John's holding that, and then he
well,
puts it.
And when I put it in my pocket, it's close to me, and I think these antennae.
Ovulus.
Thinking,
is it ovulus? Ovulus.
Yeah, that's what you just said.
Ovulus. Ovulus.
Ovulus.
You know, Sarah, how we pronounce ovulus. Ovulus.
Ovulus.
Ovulus. See, it's still doing it. So I don't know what your thoughts on it. But if you can let us know in comments.
Either that, or there's about 20 ghosts in here.
Yeah. But when we've found that we've like moved it away from us and like put it down onto the table, away from camera, because when it's too close to camera, it can
It's not going off now.
No, hold it. Okay, so it's going to prove me wrong. So I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but I'm just saying.
So our shed's haunted.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that it could be when we're near that, do you know? And on this one, you can also switch it. No.
Carrie. When that
Which one
Stephen
is
King
it?
film,
True
Carrie.
and false. So if you can see that, so you're supposed to, when you ask it questions, you can go for green for yes. So is there any spirits in the shed? And it should go to no. But again, somebody mentioned that when you actually do hold it, ovulus. 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 Ovulus.
What? Ovulus.
Ovulus. So yeah, so when that's in contact with your hand as well, it can now it's gonna know. But again, it can alter when you're actually holding these. So best thing is, I would say with all devices, is to pop them on the floor. So yeah, let's go back to.
I think that is.
There you go.
With dot, with them
Evening,
dots, Scotty, I
Catherine.
think that's when it's like scanning or when it's finding
Evening,
energy.
Eleanor. So we are going to ask questions. Questions is relevant.
Well, look, without any discussion how you pronounce ovulus.
I'll just say ovulus. Ovulus. You want to hear how I pronounce before I got told how to say it? Hang on. Vigil. Is it a vigil? We're going on a vigil?
Vigil, yeah.
Right. That's not how I pronounce it. It's visual. We're going on a visual. We're going on a lone vigil. But I get told, I get laughed at, so I just say now we're going on a vigil.
You won't
Easy
stop
to remember.
chucking out words.
So we don't know if it's from our energy that this is picking things up. So what we've decided with ovulus
If
is
we put it down and leave it there.
Put it down and leave it. There's nothing round it, nothing electrical anyway.
Well, there is, but it's not turned
instant
on.
vicinity. Yeah.
But now it's stopped.
So what's your thing? What's your thoughts?
Bacon. It's just said bacon.
What's your thoughts on Ovulus 5 before we start doing a few experiments? So have you ever used an Ovulus 5? It's similar to Paratech. I don't see difference. Carol, ask it for the lottery numbers. Ovulus, if you can tell me lottery numbers, would be really, really appreciative. Let's see if it does. Lots of love for everyone. Oh, bless you. Thank you. BDC. Amelie.
Ameline.
I pronounced that Ameline as that said Ameline. I just had a bacon sandwich. See? Bacon were relevant. I wonder how it's meant to work. The touching antennas interest me though. It does me, Scott. It wasn't. We only had that pointed out to us when we were on investigation with Chris and Jane, and Chris said something about where we're touching at antennas. So it made me start thinking. So I'm noting down any numbers it says. I am messaging me because I'll miss them, Brett. But yeah, so for that one, it's like evening, Lorraine.
Evening.
So with Ovulus, I'm a bit like that now. Don't get me wrong, I believe that it is still a good experimental tool, you know. But I think we have got to bear in mind on how close it is to your bodies. So when it's in front of Big Red, it should be fine because again, there's nothing.
I presume it's amazing because I saw one somebody had put for sale on the internet the other day and they wanted 750 quid for it.
Well, I know.
So
That's in UK for it. That's why our experiment is meant to be hand-free. Yeah, Amy. I mean, to be honest, I mean, a lot of things are hand-free that we do use. I mean, it's just that one.
Well, normally is hands free, isn't it? We don't know. We know we put it somewhere.
Yeah.
When we get to a location.
Or I put it in front of Big Red. But it's still handy to. It's still a bit to think about, though, isn't it? So look into it more. That's what we'll do. We'll look into it more.
It's something that's good to use, like to back other things up. Because if something comes through Spirit Box and says,
"What Paratech?"
What Paratech, and says, I don't know.
Yeah.
Something relevant, and then the same thing comes through that device.
Yeah, Paratech works off the phone. Gyroscope, don't think the officers has one, so works similar but triggered by different things. Yeah.
It'll have something that it detects changes in. Oh.
Still an interesting one though. So, yeah.
For money they charge, you might expect it to be gold plated, whatever it's got in it. Not even gold plated, solid gold.
Oh dear. So we are gonna try some. What have you brought in anyway?
We've got Spirit Box and we've got all his apps.
Yeah. Have you brought Vortex?
No, I haven't brought Vortex.
We did Vortex down here last time.
We can do Vortex a bit. I'm going to get it in a bit.
That's alright then. I need to put my hair in a bubble. I'm having a flush. And I can't take my top off because I've got my nightie on underneath.
Ooh, do a Spirit Box.
Yes, we'll put Spirit Box on.
I've got SB11.
You've got a choice.
Or S-Box.
Good evening, Rachel.
SB11 or S-Box.
Where have I put my
Thank
bubble?
you, Amy.
I don't know where I put my bubble. It's here.
SB11. I know you were going to say that. That's why I already turned it on.
Is that your favourite one to use then, SB11?
We have got 7 in house as well.
We have. We've got SB7. I bought them all. I think I ordered one and John ordered other, and neither of us knew we'd ordered. We were surprising each other.
I think I ordered 7 because it was cheaper.
Yeah.
I can go and get the 7. That's not a problem. We can try it 7 in a bit. Can you hear that all right, everybody?
Wham. Good evening, spirits.
SB11 has got 2, like 2 radios, and SB7 is just a single one. I'll put it back now, where it worked.
I've just took a drag off my e-cig, and as I've gone up, I must have been in a position at the bottom bit there, shone off it, and I thought I'd just seen an orb, and I had to mimic it, and it weren't. It was bottom of my e-cig. It looked like a white orb going upstream.
Okay. So, want to ask any questions?
If there's any spirits here with us, how many is there, please?
I'm going to change one thing.
What are you going to change?
I'm going to put one on AM and one on FM.
That's just said lasting. When I said that, I mean obvious. I only use one radio on my PSP11 and use the hype that makes it quieter.
Oh, can you use it on, I know you can use it on 7. I know there's that hack on 7.
How do we hack it on this one, Sam? Lindsay, you're so funny. What have I said now? Our spirit box is not as fancy as all that. They don't have to be fancy.
No, they don't.
It was just that we were just treating ourselves when we decided that we were going to start doing it more seriously. Yeah.
I mean, I've ordered another radio.
What radio?
Only 5, it's just like a pocket radio. And I'm going to try and hack it.
Evening, Baz. Hope you're okay, my lovely.
I don't know if it'll hack or
Have a
not.
great night. We will do BDC. Thank you for joining, my lovely.
But we're going to have a go at hacking it.
Right.
It's just a cheap
Hope you're well,
digital
Baz.
Scan radio.
I heard like a lady's voice then, but I spoke over it.
Well, that's not enough for you.
I've got to learn to be quiet because I speak over things. If there's any spirits around us, can you tell us what this place used to be? What was on this land?
Well, thank you, Buzz.
See, for me, how are you doing? Oh, yeah, we're good, thank you. Go to Unicorn 3 Magic World on YouTube. She found the quiet mode. She uploaded the video of Magic mode. The PS4.
Well, I know you can do it on 7. I've never seen it done at 11.
Have a look. I'll leave it well later.
I'll leave it all later.
Try that one. See, this noise gets on my nerves after a bit.
Alright, we won't get 7 because
Just squirted mandarin juice. Oh. It's a good job it's mandarin juice there, Lorraine. Hey dear. Calling out to the spirits. We'd just like you to come and talk to us for a while. I mean, no harm or disrespect. Can you tune into Shaking Stevens? Oh, do you know I love a bit of shaker, especially at Christmas. I haven't got a dirty mind.
Right,
Okay, might have just a little bit. Man juice. See, it's not me. If there's any spirits round us, could you tell us what kind of spirits you are?
Yeah. I forgot what button it is now.
Oh, you know.
I think it's sweep forward.
I do you want to turn big one off while you're doing that little one. Sound as bad as these. Misbehave, I'm a lady of God. You are? You're a nun. Have you done it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's in magnitude mode on the... What's it saying there?
Now do you have to plug it into a
Yeah, I have to plug it into thing.
big speaker now? We're going to try and turn this little speaker
Into a portal.
into a portal.
We've ordered pedals.
Yeah, we've ordered pedals, so next time you see this one...
Or
well,
time after.
Time after, could be time after.
I will go and get some...
Yeah, we might have
Go on.
made his own little portal. We will be in contact with Brett, Andy and Sam. Oh, that's a lot better.
Yeah, but I don't know how loud it's going to be now. Yeah, but I don't know how loud it's going to be now when out comes out of it.
No, I'd have put that speaker there so they can hear it better.
Yeah, but it might be right loud.
Is that, can you hear that guy? Parafam, can you hear that? I've got to retrain my brain of thought instead of...
I've got it in magnitude mode.
PS7 is my...
On
It's in a
PS7?
portal now, yes. I don't know whether that's what we're going to use on that,
It is,
is
yeah.
it? Yeah, we're going to use PS7 on that.
Won't be on in it though, it'll be
Yeah,
separate
it'll be
still.
stuck on side.
It won't.
I love my family. Good evening, Carol, my lovely lady. Hope you're feeling better. Loud and clear, that's good.
So, this is what they call, what Brett and Sam were saying about magnitude mode. There's actually less white noise.
Do you prefer this? Do you prefer this to? I'll be listening background.
No worries, Scotty.
No worries, my lovely. I'll send you some external pics. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Thank you.
Nice one, Brett.
Do you prefer it like this, or do you prefer it when you can hear all the
White noise.
white noise? New subscriber. I love my
Thank
family.
you.
I thought Carol was saying she loved the family.
Who does that?
I do apologise, love my family, and welcome to the ETA family. Hope you enjoy, my lovely.
So the SB7 is on. If you don't know if you can hear it or not.
Yeah, Rachel says that
No.
they can hear it fine.
But it is in that magnitude mode. So
I hate white noise. So you prefer this one then, Yvonne? Yeah, Amy says it's good.
problem is because there's no white noise. If anything comes through now, I could be through ceiling because it could be right loud.
Much better, yes. We'll use this one more often. We'll use this all the time when we're on this. So what's
Good
that
evening,
just
spirits.
said? It said lasting and raised.
Good evening, spirits. When any spirits here with us, my name's John.
I'm Lindsay.
We mean you no harm or disrespect. We're just here to communicate with you. Can you tell me your name?
See, I lose patience. I lose patience really quickly.
I've noticed.
And I have to talk. So if I talk, just tell me to shut up. I won't be offended. Hi Jane, hi Jane. Oh, it must be Jane. That's loved my family. I'm getting Matthew as a name.
Is there a Matthew here?
Is there a male spirit present here? Oh, it says Scotty. Well, I always thought it said Scotty. Booby. I'm sure Scotty will be happy. Like Willy, what is it? Willy Booby. Is that what they call her?
Ollie Willy Booby.
Ollie Willy Booby. Laughing raises energies. Evening, Pirian. Evening, my lovely. I do apologise if I get names wrong. I don't. Yeah. Evening, Chris.
Evening, Chris.
We love you, Lindsay. You make me laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. It is. It is good for the soul. Just a cheeky pick of my nose, but I've been cutting chilies my nose. My nostrils on fire. Lindsay, where can I post these pics? You can either post them onto group page on Facebook or onto main page. It's up to you. Or send them me.
I don't think you can post it. You can't send
post
messages anymore on
now.
YouTube, can you?
No.
You've changed it all.
Or send them direct to either me or John. It's up to you, my lovely. If there's a male spirit present with us, could you step forward and tell us your name? Rachel, I always get names wrong. I'm shocking. Where are you guys from? We're from South Yorkshire in Sheffield, in UK.
Is there a spirit here that was talking to last time? Thomas?
I don't think it were Thomas. I can't remember who we were talking to last time. Can any of you guys remember last time we were in here and we managed to get some spirit interaction going? I can't remember who.
No, they were a male and a female. Well, Karen picked up on a male and a female and we
I
were
think they were a
getting some
female.
responses. I don't think we actually got the name through. We just called them the name of Karen. Picking up on.
Is there a female present here? If there is, can you make a knocking sound? Or can you knock on the door?
Oh, knock on door. I'm sat next to the door.
Why I asked for it.
Evening, Garrett.
I think it was Thomas to do with a bench. That's it, Chris. It were. We can't place Thomas. I don't think we could place the Thomas because it weren't Thomas that lived here. But
No,
it was the
but-
bench you were picked up on last time, and because we'd moved the bench. Lindsay, what's your name on Facebook? I think it's Lindzi, Lindsay, Fletcher Downs on Facebook, my lovely. I'll see if
Good
it's
evening,
got you or
Angela.
anybody. I don't know if you can drop links, I don't know. I'm not sure how that works.
There's a William here.
We're just here to find out whether there is an afterlife, that when we do cross over, we can come back and communicate with our loved ones. Or scared shit out of those I don't like. That was a bit wrong really, weren't it? Hi everybody in Highlands. You had John. Was a male and female. Was it William? I think it could have been a William and it could have been a Thomas. That we got last time. Do we have a William or Thomas here with us? Friends request before I
Erase has just
Erase.
come through the erase, haze and those.
just done my love life.
Religion?
Sure, religion. Well, religion's actually is sort of, because Quakers were quite religious people, and there was also the in the area, general area.
I think Chris has put on linking. FM with
You've
Lindsay.
put FM with Lindsay. I'm not on that link, Chris. That one wants deleting, my lovely. They'll get me wrong profile. That one with my work profile. A while
We have,
back.
but not here.
What was that?
Have you ever felt any spirit presence?
Yes and no. I mean, other night we were sat in house, and I thought John had walked into the kitchen. I mean, I could have been off my head on my meds, but I thought I saw John walk into the kitchen, and when I turned round, he was still laid on settee. It was so weird. It was just like a black. It was like a black cape come out and then went back into the kitchen.
What you done? Because Amy's telling Claire Bear, have you?
What have I done? Amen. What have I done? Thank you, my lovely. I will have a look.
Joke, Europe and material. Well,
Well, joke in Europe
joke in
is
Europe
really,
could be,
really relevant.
Because this thing with Europe, I mean, it's a joke.
Hippity
Hippity
hop.
hop.
Could you tell us how many spirits surround us, please?
Do you want to communicate with us? It's built with a little amp you got stripped out of its case. So they've took it out the amp out of this case
Wow.
and put it in a different case.
I look forward to them coming through, Brett. Do you find you get better look? Do you find it's clearer coming through Portal than what it is coming through like a normal SB7?
Well, it will be. I mean,
Is
it'll be
it
clearer when
not
it's coming
clear?
through speaker, isn't it, or amp? So it's
Yeah.
going to be.
That'd be really interesting. I can't wait. Yeah, definitely.
Well, have you got
Let's do
two
that.
pedals on yours? Have you got a kit noise killer?
You can have a look. It is just an opinion to have when we die scare people or look over loved ones
Yeah, that looks
or
cool.
be confused and stuck. Exactly, Chris. Thanks, Brett. We've got him. Let John have a look first. Do you know, Chris? It is because I think I'd be mischievous. I think if I die, I'm living forever. But if and when I do, if I could come back, my spirit would be a mischievous spirit, not a naughty or nasty or evil. This one is better, not so loud. Yeah, Carol, I think it's a lot better. But I think my spirit would be mischievous. I'd like hide keys, pull their hair. I think I'd scare kids to death. Just because I'd find that funny. They wouldn't find it funny. John will know I'm around because I'll just leave a bad smell, and it'll be when I pass wind. No. John would know I'm around. I'd come back and I'd stroke his face and then I'd give him a little slap.
She just to give me a headache like she does normally.
Oh dear. What do you think you'd like? What would you like to come back as? Would you like to come back as?
I'm coming back as Fifi.
Are you coming back as a dog?
I'm coming back as Fifi, not a dog. I'm coming back as Fifi.
Why?
Why? She's got life for Riley.
I know why. Don't get me laughing. I'll tell you why. Because Fifi lays not in between my legs, but in the middle of my legs, if you know what I mean. And that's why he'll come back as Fifi.
Never even thought of that.
Oh, that's too rude for YouTube. So yeah, I'm blushing. First time I've blushed on YouTube. But no, let's get it back clean. So you think that there's rules to abide when we pass? I do. I think there'll be rules. I think there's going to be rules when we pass. I don't think that we'll be allowed. I think if we were allowed to do anything we wanted to, then I think there'd be a lot. Disc and
Soul.
soul. I'll let you answer that one.
That's cool. So that's what I've ordered. I've ordered noise killer and reverb pedal.
I think that there's got to be rules, because if you were a bad person, and you wanted to come back to get, I don't think you'd be allowed to come back and get revenge. Or if they did try, they could become something else. You know, if like me, I think I'll be allowed. I'll just break rules anyway. But what's your feelings on that?
I don't know.
Can I ask, if you have an evil spirit, can it abuse two people in two different homes?
Brett, you answer that one?
Yeah, see what Brett and Sam think to that one, Stephen, because to be honest...
Evil spirit, can it abuse two people in two different homes? What,
I'd
at the same time?
I'd say yeah. I don't think it could do it directly at the same time, but I think it could go between. Miss Claire's. I don't think that spirits are allowed to give away the secrets of the afterlife. No, I don't, Claire. Amount of times where we have had contact and we have asked for if there is a heaven or there is, Brett's answered, if there is something else.
Quite possible if it's
they
not
tend not to answer, and it's like nobody will give you that clarification.
That's possible. We couldn't do it at the same time though.
But it could be the same spirit going between the two, yeah. So it could, yeah, because I mean the spirit can link to anybody. I mean, if say like 10 of us went to a haunted an alleged haunted location, and there were a negative spirit there, and it didn't like women, and there were two women that went, it could sort of attach to two women and follow them. I don't see why it couldn't do that. Did that just say something, or were that my ears?
I don't know, because she's talking over it.
Well, I can't sit and not talk.
We haven't asked any questions anyway, so...
I would love to come back and haunt some paranormal YouTubers, then you will have justification to put poltergeist in the title. I would scare the crap. Cheers to that, Sam.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cheers to that. If we are reincarnated, how can there be spirits, or would it be a waiting game?
Waiting time.
Waiting time. If we are reincarnated, how can there be spirits?
I don't think spirits are reincarnated like straight away.
No worries, Stephen. I think with reincarnation, I think my thought of it is when you cross over, if you're ready to come back, then you'd have that opportunity to come back. But I don't believe every person that dies would want to come back. Do you know what I mean? So I'm wondering if you
maybe
like
the spirits
choices.
that are here, in our realm, whatever.
Yeah.
They've not crossed over, so they're not going to come back until they cross over.
Possibly. I'd like to, I don't, yeah, maybe. But I wouldn't like to think that, because I've had my dad come through and I've had my pop come through. But I'd like to think that they've been reincarnated. Do you know what I mean? But would some of their old energy linger, and that's what we get? The old energy from the people that we loved, is a bit of their energy left.
That'd be more
and a
residual,
new energy.
though, wouldn't it? Rather than...
Well, no, because what happens if they create a new energy when it's coming as a new baby? You're supposed to say, don't
This is getting a bit deep now.
No, but they do say with babies that a baby's born with
babies are mad.
Yes, but They do say that when babies are born, they're pure and innocent.
Yeah.
Right? So, and some can remember living the life prior. So maybe they've like come through really quick. I don't know. Come on. Let's see what people think. Come haunt me anytime. I will, Amy. I'll keep you to that. I'll flash them flashy balls like no tomorrow.
That were a voice.
That were a voice. Did any of you hear that? I think you have to earn reincarnation. Possibly, Amy. If we get reincarnated, does our memory get wiped? I don't think our memory does get wiped, but I think we possibly choose to forget.
Maybe that's what. Maybe not. Maybe like you said, when you're reincarnated, maybe it's part of your soul that gets reincarnated.
Yeah.
So all your memories and everything in your past life stays.
Should stay, but
as an
sometimes
energy.
it slips.
Well, then some of your energy goes to be reborn, then
Yeah.
that soul grows again, like a plant.
Yeah. I was watching a program and it was saying when you pass, you go to a paranormal earth.
Paranormal earth.
But what is a paranormal
I
earth?
don't know until we get there. will we?
Well, yeah, but is it like another realm, a paranormal earth? Is it what would you like it? What would you think it would be? Do we make a zone up? Well, do our brain is so, well, mine, but most brains and everything is so intricate. Do we create a zone? Do we create a zone heaven, like I've said before? There have been children. Yeah, but again, like John's just said, with children, Amy, what happens if our energy is supposed to stay where it is, but then a bit of it does go across, and these are the children that can remember, but that energy burns itself out when they get to a certain age. You know?
No, what I was saying is like,
Go on.
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but if like you're an energy when you pass, right?
Yeah.
And then part of the energy splits to be reincarnated, and part of the energy stays in there. So that part of the energy that stays has got all your memories, that
Yeah.
life. Then that part of energy is reincarnated, and that grows inside. So it makes a new, like a new soul, but
So
partly
Chris has
new.
put, memory gets used to an advantage in companionship with relevant incarnations. Certain life experience depends on reincarnation types. Possibly. I would like to do a past life regression just to find out if I had
what Brett thinks that you create your own
Yeah.
reality after death. But I was just thinking, because maybe the kids or these
create
children that
yeah.
can remember their past lives, maybe when it's split, some of that memory's gone with wrong side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And that's why some people do and some people
Yeah.
don't.
I mean, my theory anyway, Brett, is we live at this where everybody's on about heaven and hell. This is hell. This to me is hell.
Thanks.
You know what I mean, knob. This to me is hell. This to me
I'm going to text Claire.
is hell. This to me is hell. So I don't think that we can go any further back. Do you know? I don't think there is a place of burning fire or anything like that. But I think what we do in life is what creates us in death. Do you know? I think that's my little widget on it anyway.
You're knackered then.
I'm knackered. I'll be on Scrappy. Daughter's already told me she's putting me on bait and tip. Paige. Go on then, ask a question.
I don't even know what we've asked them. I've lost plot with Spirit Box.
Do we have any workers here that used to work in the old mills?
Or in the quarry.
Could you step forward and give us your name?
What did they used to quarry from this area?
Do you know?
If it comes out, I'll know.
We've got two devices going that you can talk to us on. We've got one that you can manipulate the words and the machine will say them, or we've got this one that's coming through the speaker. You can use any one of those two. Do you have a message for anybody?
Are you aware that you've passed over?
Keeps sounding like it gets an energy burst.
It's not.
I
It's
know
not like
it's
it's
not.
strong. No, it's not like it's strong enough to say it.
Yeah,
It's like something's coming, but it's not.
but it's not got that strength. Can you use your energies?
Use some of my energy if you need it. Not too much though, because I ain't got that much. Could you tell us your name? Or did you live here?
It sounded like a ping. Anybody else hear that? It sounded like ping.
I had a noise, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
It sounded like something hitting like a triangle. If that's what you call them.
Let's try something else.
Give you 5 minutes, I'll let you go and make me another cup of tea because I've let that one cold.
Tea lad.
Tea lad. When you come back we'll change it over. You're welcome. If there's any spirits here that like a cup of tea, John's mashing. He's got on his left door open. Oh. If you want to come and talk to me, I'm on my own now. Have you got something you'd like to say to us? See, for me, because I want instant answers, and I know they don't come. I know instant answers don't come. But I get so impatient, and you can't when you're doing paranormal. That's one thing you can't be is impatient, because you could be sat here. We could be sat here from, say, what time is it now? 7:20 till 3 o'clock in the morning, and one thing might come through that box, and it might come through at 1:10 in the morning, and that's it. You really have got to have that patience where you can just sit, ask questions, and be quiet. But then I don't want it to be boring for you listening, so I end up talking over everything that comes through. So I've got to find that fine line. I've got to find that line. I could have swore I'd just seen something at the side of my head then. Looked like a Christmas hat. I've seen things. This medication's doing my head in. Tool. It's just called me a tool on Ovulus. Constant tool. Oh my God. Purified. Bail. Finish. See, it starts spitting these words out now. Do you know? Judge. If there's any spirits trying to communicate and you're using that device to try and communicate with us, can you please... Oh, hang on a minute. I've missed off a throats chat. No wonder I couldn't see chat. I think reincarnation to experience things you need to learn. Progress. What we up to? Sorry, John, I didn't see you miss. Don't tell him when he comes out of throats chat, he'll kick me head in. He won't really, but I just like saying that. I think when we're young, we are susceptible to spirits because we've recently been reincarnated. As we get older, we get deja vu, and then we get older still and just forget everything. Tea, boy, milk, one sugar. I don't think we ever forget. It's just bag, water, then milk. No, milk, bag, and water. Leave pause, Lindsay. It's not love. Leave pauses, Lindsay. It's not boring for us. Thank you, Brett. I always feel it is. Learn to keep quiet.
What you done to SB11?
I ain't done anything to SB11.
I heard SB11. Don't tell
You
him what you've done
didn't.
to SB11.
I froze the chat. Went to a location yesterday and surprised. We saw it, Sam. We saw it. Your REM pod was still there on table. That's why I said when I commented on it that we're going to have to come across because it's an amazing place. So we're going to have a look at coming across next year and stopping nearby where you are.
Is that gatehouse still there, Sam? With cow? Is that still there?
Slur, drive, walk, and pain.
And the hall?
Just make sure I haven't poached chat again, because look,
Yeah, you are.
Lindsay counts 10 out. I know, Amy, I'm shocking. When you listen, and then do we shut?
They tell us to shut up all the time. And the hall, I'd love to do that one.
Glad to have you back, Scott. Sam can show you where all the best cows are.
That
We
was
saw
so
that
funny.
one. That was so funny. I love that.
Here, John.
Oh, Jesus, there's a cow.
I thought it were coming after you.
Oh,
You know, when you
dear.
ran outside, it ran the other way. I thought it were coming after you.
That was so good. What are you putting on
I don't
now?
know. What do you want to put on?
I don't know. We were all quite happy with that on at minute.
You said change it when I came back.
I know, but you didn't ask. No, I'm all right. What would you like us to try? What other thing would you like us? Just ordered night vision camera from the paranormal electronic light. Recommended. Have you, Craig? They're really good guys. Them really good guys. They still owe me a REM pod Teddy and a spirit box, which they promised they'd give me. They'd have for me by the 1st of December, and they've not been back in touch with myself yet. I was surprised that no one touched it. It was still switched on and battery. It was. Chris, have you spoken to Rose? She blocked you the other day, not realising it wasn't you harassing her. Oh, bless. Necro. Claire said necrophonics my thingy-jilly.
It makes me laugh because they call it necro thingamajiggy, which is actually longer to type than necrophonics.
Yeah. So go on then, necrophonics. We'll try it.
I'll just put that back on there. You know you're what? Spoon. Yeah.
I'm not a spoon. Cool. I did put it in chat. It wasn't you. Bless. Rose getting a bit of grief. She's nice, Rose. I've only started watching her recently though, and it were Trisha that got me onto Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trisha had commented in one of her.
Rose Elhouse.
Yeah, Trisha had commented when we were on. I don't know who's. Can't even think of name. YouTube channel.
Well, first I'd heard about the Elhouse is when Sam put me on to Ouija Brothers being there.
Yeah.
And then obviously Andy went.
Yeah.
Week after.
So don't forget, guys, this part with necrophonic, there is no word, box, app, whatever, word bank in it. It is just phonics that you're going to hear coming through. Just remove your headphones slightly, because he's going to put it on in a minute and I don't want it to deafen you. But Pamela, you doing another stream about extra. That was so interesting, that one. That was so interesting, that, Brett. I found that right interesting on that one. On extraterrestrial life. E.T. I'm going to call it E.T. and then I can't get wrong for saying it. Well, it does need to be a bit louder, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I thought if I put it on low.
I went to a place and was asking something a few seconds after we clearly heard shut up and we said, how? And it said, you. Who? Wow. Oh yes, this Friday Andy's premiering his Hell House video, then we are switching channel to talk about. Wow. Just let us know if that's too loud. And John will adapt the sound.
Stretch. Turn it down, you mean?
Yeah.
Adapt it.
Adapt it. He'll adapt it. He'll turn it down. I'm just saying these tablets are doing me. That's perfect. These tablets are doing me. Me head. Good evening, spirits. We're trying a different device to communicate with you. Can you come through and say hello and what your name is? That's perfect.
Is your name Ben?
Stephen can't hear it. It's like because it will be loud. Could you tell us how many spirits are here with us?
That says 6.
That says Hobble.
Hubble comes out of that a lot though. Oh, Rapture.
6. Is there 6 spirits here with us?
Did that say God?
I had Ben and 6. Ben? Are you... Ben, if you're 6 years old, can you just say yes?
No.
Is there a Ben here with 6 people? We'll see.
If this is Ben that we're talking to, what is the relevance for 6? What's 6 mean?
Do you mind just communicating with you? Are you connected to the old mill?
It's insistent about 6.
Yeah, keep saying 6.
What's the relevance for 6? What do you mean by 6? You're going to have to explain it to us.
Is there 6 in a crash? Is the 6 relevant to an accident, to a crash?
Is 6 relevant to you, to your family? We have 6 siblings. If you did, could you say siblings?
One here. Could you try and say a full sentence for us so we can understand what your message is trying to say? 6 members of your family. Are you with 6 members of your family?
Are they brothers or sisters?
Is there any message that you want to say?
Weeps.
Was you new part of the Quaker village that was a settlement here. What's your relevance to this area?
Could you say either live or work? Could you say whether you lived here or worked here?
6 days to Christmas.
It's Santa coming through spirit box.
That's just a spirit box.
Did anybody else say it's a spirit box? It's not even a spirit box, is it? It's an app.
Better behave. I always behave.
Do you know what time of year it is now? What celebration it is?
Oh, Ovulus has just said month. Could you tell us what month it is?
Ovulus is just...
Spirit box, yeah, I heard it. Witch. That might mean me. I heard Yule and witch. I don't know if there were any witches connected around this area. Not as far as I can.
Not that we know of.
No. Sounded like.
What day is it in 6 days?
Yule starts in 2 days.
Oh, some people are picky.
What?
No, 'cause this is what the 6 days and it starts for 2 days.
Yule starts in 2. I never knew that. Crap, ye.
Orate, yeah, shed and
Oh,
nature. Shed
you
and
can't
nature.
shed it. You can't. I can't understand that language. We don't speak like that.
Scratter.
Good evening, Scraps.
20th of December till 2nd of Jan.
Ah, I never knew that.
Evening, Scratter.
What celebration is coming up?
In 2 days' time.
It's a pagan festival. Ah. I never knew that either.
No, you were pagan people. I never knew dates of it.
Yeah. Could you say one of our names, spirits, just or spirit energies? Could you say one of our names just so we know that you are here with us and that you're an intelligent spirit? I'm not Broad Yorkshire.
No, he's saying it's Broad Yorkshire. But
Oh.
we're putting hooray.
I thought he said Lindsay, but I thought he meant I'm Broad Yorkshire. I'm not. What relevance do you have to this area?
Why are you here?
How did you die? It's black country. You do. I mean, America. I mean, you have got a connection to America. You've got relatives in America. When we cross over, when we die, do we create our own heaven? Can you tell us that? Lady again, and it's like American again. So the only connection I have to America is in war. My granddad went to war, and my nana had an affair with American, got pregnant, had the baby, but her mum brought it up, and my granddad never knew. That's the only connection I'd have to America. No, you've not missed much, Natasha, my lovely. Just trying a couple of experiments. Oh, do you want to turn that fire off now? I'm a bit warm. When we cross over, do our loved ones come and meet us? Could you tell us that information?
Who meets us? The moment we die, and our spirit or soul leaves the body, who meets us? Eggs. That's relevant, you had eggs for tea.
I did have eggs for tea. Do spirits come back to Earth to communicate with their loved ones?
Scratch often.
Scratching often come through. Weather is really bad here. Power is cutting out. Oh, Natasha, stay safe, my lovely.
Natasha in Doncaster.
Swan.
I think Natasha's in Doncaster, isn't she?
I don't know. Natasha, are you in Donny?
Might be getting mixed up.
I think my eyes look so dark.
I thought it was Natasha that we're talking to and nearly got flooded out last time it rained.
No, wait.
Oh, Natasha.
You are hot, the man said, yeah. Lindsay, you just asked John to do a fire. Is you are hot? And the man said, yes, really? Birds are considered. I can't pronounce that, Brett. Cyclochlomes. Cyclochompoms. Husband dead in pain. That's relevant. Psychopomps. Psychopomps. I'm going to look that up.
Special, yes she is.
Who's the lady who's calling out for the husband? Finally speak it right. Oh dear, I'm crying here. We're going to have to work out how we bring people on to chat here. I don't know if you're going to need to have headphones on.
No.
To bring people on, or whether you just have an echo like you would on YouTube.
You do it on phone.
I'm sure you can invite.
I don't know if you can do it on phone, you'd have to be on the laptop, I think.
Is there a lady here?
You can't bring people on YouTube.
Oh.
I didn't think you could. You can if you're using that Streamlabs, can't you? It's just not if you're echo. It said basement religion.
Dude, it just said echo. Or you are, what do you call him? Go on. You do. We, what I like him off Ghost Adventurers, what do you call it, that says dude all the time? Aaron. Amy's our Aaron tonight. Dude! Hey, dudes! That's a good, I might start saying dudes.
But with a lot of streams, the audio can affect the stream.
Right.
Yeah, we have that problem when we try and bring somebody on Facebook.
You were talking about echoing and it said echo. I think he's listening. Do you know? I don't know whether the spirit's here because obviously places where you go a lot, you can build that connection up, I believe, with and trust with spirits that are there. This is only our second time, is it, in Shed?
Second or third.
No, I think it's second time. Well, it could be second or third time, and I think it's just building that trust up with them to know that they can trust us. Rain.
Saying rain, and it's raining.
Ovulus has just said rain. I can hear it now and all. Spirit mimicking for attention, possibly. That's a yeah.
I thought you said it is.
Say dudes instead of guys. I'm gonna say now then dudes.
Dude.
Do I say dude or dudes? Dudes.
Talking about dude, they're bringing a new Bill and Ted movie out.
Oh, are they? Evening, Selena,
Evening,
my
Selena.
lovely. Spirits, could you say good evening to us? Say it clear. I say, guys, I don't care.
I can't get out of saying it.
I slip up and say it all the time, and even though I don't like to hear myself saying guys, dudes. That Matrix guy's still gonna be in it because lookalike's gone. Gonna be cringe. I
Yeah.
hope he is. Bill and Ted. Bogus Jimmy.
Yeah, it's oh God, Keanu Reeves is in it.
Is there any children's spirits here? I keep hearing a child's voice coming through or trying to come through. Is there a child here with us? Keanu Reeves. That's him then, or is that just my ears?
Interrupt.
That's him. When I'm talking, am I interrupting you, spirits? Are you having your own conversation?
It's just said bacon again. Somebody's make me a bacon sandwich.
Nasty. We're only calling out to the positive energies. We only want the positive energies to come through and talk to us. Shed. Can you see us in this shed? It's fam. I don't like. Famalam. I'll not
As the
say
four
it.
of us went well last week. Did I miss something?
I don't know. This is funny. John said to Kiana, read, and the spirit said yes. I'm a ding dong. I'm a llama ding dong. We're parafam now. We are parafam.
Yeah, we're not going to be
Or
paraguys.
paradudes.
Paraguys. I thought that said something else then.
Kick.
Mm.
Hello, snap MIT. Spirits, do you mind people like us and others trying to communicate with you?
Do you like people trying to give you a voice?
sift and black.
Seen you cooking bacon.
Hey ho. The spirits were listening in on Brett and Sam's and Andy's conversation. We were talking about aliens. Can you tell us whether aliens are real? Do aliens exist?
BS. I'm sure that just said BS.
What phrase that makes me want to vomit is smash that like. Smash that like button! Hit the thumbs up, guys! There's so many things I don't like that get said. Considering if you hit it a second time to turn it off, yeah. Is there such things as other worlds and our universe?
I know there is.
I thought I heard that.
Well, that's relevant.
Iron's relevant.
Nah, it is.
Like and share, guys. Tweet this out. That's a good one. Hit me on Tweety Face and my foot.
Would it be possible to speak to an alien? Some entity that doesn't originate from this planet? I suppose to them we'll be aliens.
Oh, I think we are alien.
I think you are.
That's more that route of Scientology, that though, isn't it? To believe in aliens. Ask if they don't like people shouting at them. Spirits, do you not like it when people are disrespectful to you? John got away with that one. What did you just get away with? You just nearly swore.
No.
Why did you nearly got away
I
with?
said that you're an alien. You said we're all aliens. I said, I know you are.
Yeah, you can get away with it. I believe we all are aliens. 10,000 likes and they will do low video. Oh, for that many, I'd do it in house. No, I wouldn't ever do it.
A lone
in house.
vigil in house?
No.
You do a lone vigil in house? That's not very scary, is it?
Yeah, because I don't do out in house.
I know. The spirits that we're communicating with here, yeah, are they? What?
I nearly do that when I'm sat in house and I'm turning.
The spirits that we communicate with on these devices, are they spirits of people that have passed? Are they alien? Are they elemental? Are they fae? Can you say alien, spirit, or fae?
Or are they a mixture? We are alien. Maybe multi what?
Dimensional.
Multi-dimensional. Just look at how opposite animals are. The cats and dogs can be domesticated Evolution tricker. Yeah. It's a parrot. Can you tell us how many people are in this shed? I know that's a very simple and silly question, but just for validation. That's a 2.
Yeah. I think it said 2, but then I heard it say yep when you said that's a 2.
ETA headquarters. I named that shed actually. This is ETA headquarters.
Office.
ETA office.
But it's like the office.
All I'm going to do is do that dance. No, you have to do that dance.
I don't even know what dance you're about. I never watched it, did I?
See, this is how it should be done. No need to scream and get aggressive for responses. No, I don't, but I totally agree there. Totally agree. I think, to be honest, I think if somebody was shouting in my face,
I won't talk to her.
I definitely won't talk to him. And I also think if somebody was shouting in my face
And being abusive, I'd
and
probably
being
smack
abusive,
them.
I'd probably smack them one. So, does that make you Miss Moneypenny? I can't even do accent to Moneypenny. So, how do you say Miss Moneypenny? If you were Sean Connery, Miss Moneypenny, Miss Moneypenny. That sounds like Miss Piggy.
I'm going to say, wait, Kermit the Frog with James Bond, you know.
You are out of sync. Just refresh and it might pop back in. No, I'm Bond. John can be Miss Moneypenny. That's how I like it. I was going on more for Miss Piggy. Oh, dear me.
Want to try something else?
Could we get away with an EVP even though it's dripping?
We
Because
can
you
have a
can
go.
pick EVP, you can pick raindrops, can't you, out of EVPs?
Raindrops
Falling on my head. Good impression though.
Where a Kermit?
Miss Moneypenny. No, I'm asking you to tell me how to say it and I can't even hear your voices.
We ain't got Tascam yet.
No, we haven't. How does John look in a sensible... How does John look in a sensible pantsuit?
What's a pantsuit?
I've never seen him in a sensible pantsuit.
What's a pantsuit?
I don't know.
Is that like a...
Mankini.
No. I don't know if a pantsuit's like what we call a suit, you know, trousers, shirt, tie, waistcoat, and jet blazer.
How does he look
in
a
mankini?
mankini? He looks dead good in a mankini.
Sort of sight you want to see.
Well, we were debating earlier because none of us were dressed. And that's what John says. Shall we go on? Like we are. We've got no clothes on. And I says, bloody hell. I says, that'd bring viewers in. You got pants on. Yeah. I says, that'd bring viewers in.
Too much info. Right. Let's see, look. We'll put it down there. We ain't got Tascam yet, so this one's going to have to do.
Yeah, best put me cig down because I'll smoke it.
EVP session 1 in the shed. Evening spirits, my name's John.
I'm Lindsay.
We mean no harm or disrespect, we're just here to communicate with you. Could you step forward and tell us your name?
Do you like to be respected?
Do you like people trying to communicate with you? I'm going to have to stop that there. Sam, that was great bad timing.
I couldn't speak. I just saw I couldn't. Can you speak to family members, my mum, dad, brothers, and sisters? Natasha, we've tried this. We tried it once. We were out in his car, and it were a bad night. We like tonight, and we went into the car and we did, and it was good, but it was totally unplanned, and you can hit drips. Yeah, you haven't played it yet. It was unplanned, and we did get a few things through, but we did say if anybody wanted us to try and contact family members.
It just got a bit chaotic.
It did, yeah, because too many were coming through all at once. It was so interesting. But we said what we'd do is if people get in touch with us and want us to do it, we'll do a one-to-one
on Messenger
or Skype or something. Rather than doing it live. Evening, Gemma, hope you're right, my lovely.
Right, play this back.
Oh.
Cheers, Sam.
EVP session 1. In the shed. Evening, please. My name's John.
I'm Lindsay.
I mean no harm or disrespect. We're just here to communicate with you. Could you step forward and tell us your name?
Can you get water? Americans just come
You
through.
like to be respected?
It's really picking rain up.
You can just hear us laughing.
Do you like people trying to communicate with you?
That was me. Or you. That's a scrapper.
I must stop that there.
No.
No, on that one.
What thing is, all you can hear really
You
is
can
rain
hear,
dripping.
you can just hear the rain dripping. So I think if anything come through, I don't think we'd be able to. They all died with a month of each other. I lost my family within a year and a half. Oh, Natasha, my love, I'm
That's
so
so
sorry. If you want to message us after Natasha, and we can arrange a day with yourself and a time, and we can do like what we're doing now, but do it on a live video feed with you. And
Just
we can
for you.
see whether we can get any messages or anything for you coming through.
Or depending where you live.
Yeah, or depending where you live, if you're not far in UK, we can always come across and meet you somewhere. And yeah, but oh, big love to you, Natasha, my lovely. That must be devastating. EVPs, but got a good one on the last investigation.
Do you know, Brett, I think we are
Insane.
actually worst team with EVPs ever.
We are. We don't get them at all. We've got 2 EVP recorders. I am ordering Tascam after Christmas, but at the minute we use 2 EVP recorders. One EVP set on high, and you can't change that one. The other one is set on medium, but it has got low, medium, and high. But we set it to medium on that one.
That's the one that's set on medium. It's the Olympus.
Yeah.
That
But
one.
we normally, when we're doing them outside, we'll have both running with high and medium and see what comes through. And I think we've caught a few things when we went to Fenton.
No, we don't, John. We don't fake at all.
But no, what's point? You guys would pick us up straight off anyway.
And the thing is,
And we're that interested in it that if we did catch something, we wouldn't want anybody thinking that it weren't true after everything.
I think
that we
actually
do.
you can change this one to WAV.
What's that?
A different file type.
All right, and what's that do? Changing it.
Well,
to WAV?
MP3 compresses it. So, like Sam and Brett were saying on.
Oh yeah, I remember watching.
Then you lose some.
Right.
But if you have it in WAV, it's a bigger file. It's
Can
not
that
compressed.
change? I don't think I thought you said you couldn't work out how to do
I
it.
can't. I need an instruction book.
I'm telling you, you need an older one that records in WAV. Yeah. We don't do EVP sessions. We don't do EVP sessions and just let the recorder run. I'm not into the 3 questions. Just let it run. Do you know that's that somebody did that when we were out when we Tascam. They had Tascam with them, and Steph had Tascam, and they left theirs just running completely. And I said to John, but why run it completely? Because then you've got to cut it. But I suppose running it like all the way through, you've got something to go back to and listen to. I might look at doing that. Next time we're doing shared, I might look at doing that and leave EVP recorder running. This one, what we're using now, we don't know if it's got a word bank in it.
It has
or
got
not.
banks in it, but I don't know what it's got in it.
We don't
It's
know
quantum
what
box.
banks, because it's quantum box. That was what I did on last Invest Stamp and got a brilliant EVP. In fact, you can't. In fact, with this being on, you can't set it going. I don't think.
Set what going?
EVP. Could actually set an EVP going to record this, because when you listen back, you might be able to pick up something different. So if anybody knows much about quantum box, please drop it in comments. Good evening, spirits. We're trying a different app now for you to try and communicate with us. Don't mean you no harm or disrespect. Could you tell us? I'm loving the Parashack. I am. I love the Parashack. Could you tell us what 6 is relevant for? What is the spirits?
You said 6 earlier. What is 6 relevant to? Is that what?
I like with some groups with an EVP that put it on speaker so we can hear. Yeah, we always put it on to speaker so you guys can hear, because I think you hear it much clearer listening to the speaker. And I forgot which one of you lot suggested that, but it were a great one to do. Yeah, it's tiresome going through it, but worth it in the end. Yeah, I believe it is, Brett. I think that's a really, really good thing to have running. Because then at least then you can watch it back and see what you were all doing at that moment in time. We're going to do that in future. If the spirit's here that come through earlier and you said the name Ben and you said 6, could you tell us what that's relevant to, please?
Nia?
Could you tell us what we're sat in? Could you tell us what kind of building we're sat in, please? Mother me, then you. I'm not sure. Studio recorder from Ross. Still have to figure it all out. Mini or studio recorder. Oh, that sounds interesting. Guys, what do you think those things are? Jean?
What things?
What things? Do you mean the voices coming through the app? The thing about testing is you complete your USB into the testing and record the USB one channel and speech on another if you talk over an response. Wow. That's good. Well, to be honest, Jean, all experiments that all paranormal teams use are all experimental apps. Some have word banks in them, some just have phonic sounds. This
some radio.
And some are radio. This one that we're using now is called
Quantum box.
Quantum Box. We do believe that it does have a word bank in. It's got 4 different banks in this one, and I do believe that some of them are word banks. And it's said that spirit energy can manipulate the the word banks or the phonic banks, and they can speak to us that way. Again, it's experimental. We're not saying that it is and it isn't. Even in War Dog, we're not saying it is or it isn't, because you can't prove it either way. But if we ask a question and it comes back with a relevant answer, and we can pick it up on another device, or it keeps coming through with certain things, then it can be quite relevant. So we can take that as a good response, my lovely. As it sounded like there is a little boy there, and it may be Ben, now 6-year-old. I thought that earlier. I kept hearing a boy's spirit come through. Hope that answers your question, Jean, my lovely lady. Slaughter them, I
Did I
heard.
just say it's me?
I heard it's me. Ben, is that you? You're welcome, my lovely. Is there a little boy called Ben?
Yeah, take care, Claire.
Right, Claire, my lovely.
Can I turn that fire back
Hope
on?
you feel better soon, my lovely lady. They heard. They. Do you have a message for us? No worries, Natasha, my lovely. I thought that said dickhead then. I think it's just my ears.
Indeed, America were coming through Spirit Box or one at apps, and then it came out on
Yeah.
Obvious as well. Obvious.
What is the relevance to America?
You from America? I know it's making it fit, I know, but weren't the airmen that crashed not that far from here? Weren't he American?
Derwent, you mean?
No. Other one. Close to Incliff.
You'd have to have a look.
It's still a few mile away, so I don't think
It is a few mile away, but you can't. If it's within area, for example, the word America comes through the app, and they'll use it, and then the word America is the obvious. Yeah, it did. I think he was John Gray. It was a USA bomber plane. Possibly linked to. You can link it to it. You could link it to the area, and you could link it to that. But something heart. Is what I'm thinking. Yes, Scotty, I think it is. What you're thinking, my lovely. There's a big remembrance for him. The American that's coming through.
What's that?
Did you used to be a pilot? It's a picture where you were going tonight, so I could see it. Calling out to the American. Was you in a plane crash? Was you in a what are they called, bombers?
It's 4 mile away. We live in Sheffield. Brett, it's 4 mile away. There was an air crash, American air bomber
I'll
crash.
message it you, Brett.
We're 4 mile away.
That did come out, and it did say fire after it said American. It said fire afterwards on Obvious.
4 miles. It's... Is it trying to make it fit?
Could be. That's where it is, isn't it?
That's where the plane crash was, yeah. Hold up. No, there's a D in it. You a pilot?
Was you a USA pilot?
The only reason I'm thinking that is because Americans come through. I don't know how many crew there would have been on an American
Scotty, can you have a look at history for us, though?
bomber. But there could have been six
World War II
people.
air bases, probably like World War II air bases near Sheffield. There is.
There could have been six crew on an. And you were saying about a crash. Six American
fire.
and fire.
So you could link it. I
One to two
suppose.
people. No, it's not really six, then, is it? What are you thinking? Because like the bombers that used to have Lancaster bombers, they used to have like pilot, a co-pilot, a navigator, and then they had them gunners, weren't they?
10 airmen on board. Scotty's just looked up history. Scotty, does it say whether they all died? Did they all die on that in that crash? The only other place you could link it to is where you went to. They all got killed in crash. Bless them. Where you went, is it Lodgemore area?
We're a prisoner of war
Prisoner
camp.
of war camp. Well, I thought it said Star as well earlier, not long after I heard 6. You're talking about a 4-prop wing bomber. I'm not sure, Amy. I'm not sure, my
Not sure. It only just came to me when American. That's
Kept
the only
coming
link I can
through.
think to American around this area. It's 4 mile away where it happened.
What's the link to America or American and the 6 that's coming through?
That's an airman.
I had many, but I didn't. Well, we're recording this, so we can listen back. Does an old aeroplane have a star on it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Gemma. It was a B-17
Flying
Flying
Fortress.
Fortress, known as.
All American planes would have had stars on them.
Well, they
wouldn't
would have, yeah. It was a B-17 Flying Fortress, known as
Mi amigo.
Mi Amigo. It came down in Sheffield in 1944, killing all 10 airmen on board. On a bomber, 3 in front, 1 on belly, 1 on tail, 2 in middle.
Star would be relevant, yeah.
That'd still be 7, it would be 6. Yeah, so star would be relevant if the trying to talk to us about the crash.
Gone upon baby eye, hunting. It said slaying. Zozo.
Shut up, stupid. No such thing. I'll tell him off. Sheffield had a lot of air protection during the war. It was the mainstay of producing city for planes, bullets and bombs. It was. We couldn't believe when we were just how many bombs actually fell in Sheffield in war. With Blitz. I forgot how many bombs they said had dropped, but it were unbelievable amount of bombs that were dropped. We've got chance to actually go and investigate. We are going to have to wait while after Christmas, but we have got chance to go and investigate this place not far from us. And in World War II, it was used for all sorts. It was used for a dance hall, it was used for a cinema, it was used for everything. And when air raids went off, everybody who were inside that building had to go below, and they took them underneath into like cellar area.
450 bombs dropped on the 12th, 13th, 15th and 16th of December in 1940. 668 civilians and 25 servicemen were killed. Further 1,586 people were injured and over 40,000 were made homeless.
Yeah, I remember. And when they were actually in this building, one of the bombs hit not far, but it like blew off the building off. They actually did rebuild it, but it's a place where me and John are really interested in going to, isn't it?
There's an anti-aircraft gun not far away from me.
There was an anti-aircraft gun not far. Really, Scotty? Is it still there, or has it been moved, or is it protected that you can't actually get near to it? Was it for hospital as well, Lindsay? I'm not sure if it were used as a hospital as well, Stephen, but I would have thought that with all injuries and everything else that possibly, I know that the soldiers used to take their wives there when they were on leave, didn't they? But it's a magnificent place. And they've even got the old screen and the fire thing, haven't they, as well?
You can tell the name because it's an indoor location anyway. So
yeah, I can get location if you want to know a name, because anybody can go. It's not just our location. It's a location that people go to. But you can check history on it, and it's Abbeydale old picture house in Sheffield. And it is absolutely, it really is
a picture house,
yeah, it's fantastic inside. I've got to message gentleman back because we've actually been and had a look round it. So you guys take care. Night, Jean, my lovely lady. You too, my love. Hope it is a lady, because Jean can be a man. I do apologise. I want to do the emergency service museum in Sheffield. We've looked into that, and when we first phoned them up, because at that point we didn't have any liability insurance. Now we've got the liability insurance. We've got to find out who to get back in contact with about hiring that out too. But I'm sure they said to hire it out. I can't remember whether it was £350 or £500, you know. So it's quite expensive, but we'd have place to ourselves. Could have if you want, I can message you and have a chat and see if we can sort out with a few teams going in. And run it by you, Brett, and see what you think. Do it after Christmas, sometime after Christmas in New Year. But that's. I'd have to be careful in there because it's massive. It's massive. I'll be going and sitting in canteen because it is a big place and I will hurt myself.
Try Vortex,
yeah. So we're going to try Vortex. Find out. Having a couple of teams going, it would make it cheap for everyone. It would. I will find out. I'll give him a ring tomorrow and see if I can get a price and find out how much it's going to be. And like you say, if we could split it between 3 or 4 teams, or 3 depending, do it on per person. The reason why I don't like doing them in big teams is because I think your evidence can sometimes get you can't count the evidence as being relevant because you can hear other teams in other directions and stuff. But that place is huge, so you won't be on top of each other. I would love to come. Yeah, we might again. We'll discuss it with Brett when we're off air and see if if they want to invite members of public as well. Take so many from each team. Do you know? And don't do that, you absolute numpty! You've just blinded me. Do you know the museum is massive? And that's what I'm saying. So actually, to go to that location, if a team were on separate floors, you're not going to get that contamination. Good idea. So yeah, I will let you know, Brett, in morning. Well, dinner time-ish. And let you know. I can't believe he's just blind. My eye has gone dodgy now. Because you're a chuff. Oh dear.
Set it up first.
He's going to set Vortex up. So I'll twist you around a little bit. Because I have to hold you steady with my hand when he puts Vortex on. And my hand checks. Not that you've never noticed when we're out on location. We've even been looking. Blinded yourself now. Good. No sympathy. We've even been looking for a frame for Big Red to put on front so I can live stream off Big Red because I can't hold payback. tis payback. So I've been looking at one of these holders that you put your phone in the middle and attaching that onto Big Red so we can actually try and live stream at 2 locations, at the same location on 2 different streams. So right, I think he's ready. He's just blinded himself. I think it's so bloody funny. Right, hang on, because I might turn this off. I've got to
Turn it round.
Yeah, is it that one?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's that one?
I'm positive.
Oh, there we go. You could stand there and do it, I think. So if you can screenshot, if you capture anything, needs to be a bit higher, I think. Yeah, that's what I need, Brett. One of them, similar to what you've got, I think. You'll have to be your eyes now. You are my eyes, Chris. If there's any spirits here, could you come and step forward into this light, into this green light? We will be able to see your face or your body or your arms or your shapes, whatever you want to show. Yeah. I was asked if you could ask the team who found William in World War II barracks. I'll see I can't. I'll see Stephen. I'll find out who it was. Keep losing signal, but I'm back now. I think it's the way. Oh, bless Natasha. I hope you're all right, my lovely. And this is when the neighbours phoned the fire brigade. Our neighbours won't phone fire brigade. They're not that kind to us. Oh wow, the bomber crash was on February 22nd. My birthday is the 23rd. Many years later. Wow. Is there any spirits here that want to come and step forward? We'll be able to see you. Can you show yourselves to me? This is not that kind to you, know. I do love this vortex, me. What are your guys' thoughts on this vortex? That looked a bit weird then. Looked like there were a line coming straight down. I know it's the smoke going round. Louise, yeah, you're like me, aren't you, Louise? I could sit and watch this all night. Carol, yep. Imagine having this in bedroom though, just on your wall and just watch. I think it's just amazing. And some of the things that would get captured when you're taking your screenshots, I think it's amazing what can get captured. Whether people think it's pareidolia or whether need a joint to appreciate it properly, you do. Kind of tripping Matrix vibes, yep. Yvonne, you love it, yes. I think we've talked, haven't we, before when we've been live and he's doing this. Can you show yourselves for us? Can you step into this light? Go on a little bit more. Okay, so I found the names of the men who died in the crash. There are 2 Johns on board. One of them may have gone by Jack. Really, Amy? I still would love to replace the mirror with a disco ball and see what happens. I know, do you know, I wish we might have to have a look and see if we can get a little. I've got a big disco ball. But I don't think.
That's one of them that lights.
Yeah, it wouldn't do it. You need like a laser one.
No, no.
What do you think that disco light we've got might work?
You can get it to go, blow smoke while it insert lights.
Right,
and
we're
spin it.
gonna leave the green light on. John's gonna. Oh, Amy, can you send me that, please? Yeah, send it to Scotty for me, Doc. Fractal vortex. Right. So what we're gonna do now is, I'm gonna just leave us watching this light for a minute while John goes back into the house. And what we're gonna do, we have got an actual disco light. So what we're gonna do is, behind the light, we're gonna stand the disco light. So the disco light's gonna be going round in the green. And then see what vape looks like with disco ball. And I mean, obviously we can't take that out on location though, because disco ball, it's a light bulb I bought other year for Christmas. I could have a disco in house, so I could feel like I were a star when I'm doing my karaoke.
The only problem is,
I have at minute 36 photos I took. I'll look and send if I find. Cheers, Stephen. That'd be great, my lovely. Why the hell has someone hit dislike on this stream? Oh, Brett, on every one of our streams, we have one thumbs down only. So it's just one of them. I don't know. You never know who it is, Doug, but it happens on nearly every one of our streams. And it's there before we've actually gone live. So we just... yeah, that's it, yeah. So it's just over his head. Right. So John's now going to try, as you can see, my little disco light. Have you... That might be a tad bit bright. You might be better moving it to my feet because it's just a big bright light on the screen. So move it. Do you think that looks all right? What do you think to that, guys?
I don't have my vape pen now.
Well, mine's there. Pretty. Right. Let's see if this works. Wow. I switch dislikes and likes off. Yeah, I think you can, can't you? You can switch them on and off if you want. Well, it's working. You can see, but you're not really... Ghostly disco. There's any spirits that want to party? Step forward into this light. Ghosts don't feel like dancing. No dancing tonight.
Rather than have it that way.
Yeah. No, it won't, because it's going to touch. What about putting it near laser? No, that's not doing anything. It's not. I'm not getting a little bit at the bottom. A spirit. It's just that's really bright near when you're looking at this. It's not the laser. That light's bright.
I've seen put the laser on it.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like that TV series when they used to go into them different vortexes and end up in different worlds.
No, it's not going to work, is it?
No. No, that's not going to work, guys.
I thought it might just have colour to it.
It would work if the mirror was changed for a prism. Do you know, that's a good one, Brett. John?
Yeah.
Change mirror for a prism mirror.
Did they just say it didn't work?
I don't know. I'm not...
After I said it didn't work,
Well, we're recording it, so we'll hear it if it comes back. It weren't sliders, Amy. It were a UK one. I can't remember what it were called now. It were right weird. Can I have my e-cig back, baby? They like went into prehistoric lands and stuff like that. And then they had doppelgangers. So do a couple more minutes, and I'll try and remember it, Amy, and let you know. Turn the light off and shine the laser on the mirrors. We have done with there is no lights on. All lights are switched off, and the laser.
You can't turn the lights
Oh.
off and have it spinning.
Yeah, you can't do that on that. It's
Just a
attached. Wonder what light looks like through all platonic solid prisms only 1 to 5. What other 4 look like? No, it went quantum leap. Wonder what light looks like through all the platonic solids. Yeah. Quantum leap isn't primeval. That's it above. That's it. Brett. Primeval looks like Portal of Primeval when it were all them lights. There we go. Right, we'll get a couple more minutes. Two more puffs. But robot doll. We could fetch robot doll in for 5 minutes. Seen a bright spot then, like an orb, a bit tiny and really bright. Oh, we have to look through. Sometimes the laser itself reflects, but if it weren't down at bottom and it was somewhere up the top, we'll have to look back on that and have a look. Do you want us to do robot for last experiment, guys? That one. Yeah, get Robbie the robot. Have you gotten? I am. No, I'm supposed to be getting a REM bear from Paranormal Electronics. I got in touch with them, and they'd only ordered so many in. So they said that I could have that one, and they'd also got a spirit box, and that I could have it on 1st of December because they were using it to take photos of the website. When we messaged them, I don't know whether we spoke to somebody else. Ask Andy to build you one. Oh, well, does Andy do it? Does Andy make them? Because I said to Johnny, I'd like John to try and make me one, but if Andy can make me one, I can have 2. I'll provide the bear. Oh, well, I'll get in touch with him. I'll get in touch with Andy. Or next time he's on, I'll ask Andy to... or if you could send me his link on Facebook. Right, I'll just turn your back round a sec, guys, so you're not just looking at nothing. While John goes and gets his robot. Fucking hell. Shit me send then. Oh, Claire Bear's not on. I got away with swearing. So, as you can see, I'm going to pick recorder up now. I'm picking it up. We are recording, and we have been recording. He puts a proper aerial on there, so they work better. Plus, you can switch them between them. Musical tools. Oh, wow. I've seen them, actually. You know, I've been watching your investigations. You went out with Andy, and they got like 2 or 3, and I think they were yourself, and I forgot name of person. Who were you, Brett? Who goes with you on investigations? Because you went off somewhere else, and then you come back up. You can even pick what colour. Oh, wow. Oh, definitely get in touch with him. You'll have to message him and tell him that he's going to get a strange message off a woman.
Strange woman?
Well, not a woman, just a strange person. He's just going to get a message off this strange person asking him for REM pods. Are you going to come and sit back up this way?
Yeah.
Do you want to put my chair back out and I can move across into my chair? And then you can switch yours around. Don't leave shed keys on the floor. We lost them last time, shed keys. Alright. Yeah, don't you walk in front of it. So what do we want this robot to do then?
Turn.
Right, so you're going to have to hold on so they can see it.
when it turns, it's not just turning like it is now.
No, it's a swift turn, isn't it?
Can you go and stand in front of that little toy like that?
Like that. It's not supposed to do that. Can you make it turn back towards us? It even made that noise, that whip noise.
Yeah. So something went in front of that, and it weren't us, because that wall's closer than us. Can you make that rope? Can you make that little toy? Can you just stand in front of it again and make it turn round?
If you walk past the side of it, if you walk in front of my foot, you'll turn him back round for us. That were really good, that. Thank you.
You won't come a minute, I'll turn it back round. I'll try and show them because I haven't seen it before.
Yeah, so what happens is, look.
The robot's there. Really?
When it makes that noise, that whip noise, that's because something's coming to...
There, look, and if you go in front of it, it turns.
Yeah. Have you had much luck with it? Have you had, Sam, have you had any good experiments with it? Because you set it on different colours, don't you?
It shouldn't move
That
like that.
shouldn't move, not even with your feet.
My feet are nowhere near it, look, it's not
No.
affecting it.
Does anything here? Can you interact with this device we've got
You
with
just
the
go and stand in front of the toy.
Can you make it turn round so it faces the other wall? Just see if Sam's put out about his experiment. Wow.
No, that shouldn't do that.
Can you make it so it faces the back wall?
You've worked out how it turns now. How are you feeling, Lindsay?
I'm not too bad, Teresa. I'm not 100%. But if I can sit in house and watch telly, I can come and sit in shed is my way of thinking, my lovely. But I'm resting up.
No, it's only out of the box once. The doll scared the life out of me one night. I forgot to turn it off.
Oh dear. May have registered your shadow, John. Could it register your shadow?
Can't see me
Well,
shadow.
if you turn that light on and go and put it back to where it was. Spirits, we're just going to move the robot. Could you turn that robot for us again? Thank you. Could you turn it so it faces the wall if you'd like us to continue talking to you? I'll leave it on because we were talking about your
Stephen's
shadow.
just said, can you try it with light off?
Yeah, we have done and it changed. That's why we put it on so it stops it turning for our shadows. And as you can see, guys, my foot's here.
You made a robot, that toy. You just walk in front of it again and make it turn.
We really do appreciate you interacting with us. Could you just make it do one full spin for us? I know it uses energy, but if you could make it spin all the way round, we would really appreciate that. And then we'll leave you alone. We know you're not performing monkeys. Thank you. Can you make it turn again back to the wall so it turns round in a full circle? And then we'll that's it. That's all we'll ask you to do. We won't ask nothing more of you. Just if you could turn it round in a full circle, that just validates that there is somebody here with us, because it can't do that. It can only do that with your energy walking in front. Around.
Just once more. Please.
Can you just make it change one more time for us and then I'll switch it off and leave you alone. Any way you want to turn it is fine. Put my feet on camera.
Can you just make it move one more time? Just so we know it's definitely you and it's not just...
Please, because I can't keep my legs up this long. I'm going to move him and I'm going to put the robot back into the corner away from us. So I'm going to show you where my feet are. My feet are here. So point you down. Right. John's feet are there. And then you can see, tuck your feet under the chair so then they're away. Hold it like that. So hold it down a bit like that. And then they can see my foot's here. Could you just interact one more time with us? And then we'll leave you and we'll say good night. It's only a little toy.
Won't hurt you.
You know it won't hurt you. You've just done it twice or 3 times. Yeah, it's here for you to play with. Sent you a pic of Rembellings. Oh, thank you, Brett. Definitely said around. I heard it, Amy. There's a little child here with us that's playing with his toy. What do you think to the robot?
Do you like it?
If you like it, can you make it turn? Can you make a little game of it and turn it round? It's got to make that whipping noise, like somebody walked past it. I mean, there's nothing round that at all. And it was so far near back that if the back wall were going to do anything, it would have just pushed it forward. It would have moved it forward to us.
Try and turn it back round towards us.
What John just done?
Can you do that?
Can you do that? Can you just play with that robot like John's just played? Can you make it turn really, really quickly?
You make it turn back towards us.
See, it's turning, but it's not turning. It's not the whipping sound.
No, it should. I don't know if you can hear it.
We need you to do that if you can. Please just use your energy this one last time, just to make it turn so it can either face us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm not going to ask you to do it anymore because you've done it for us a few times. Just thank you so much, whoever's here with us.
We'll leave it there for you. If you want to play with it, you can do. You don't have to. Wow, that was amazing.
That were really good, that. What did you guys think to that? I weren't picking my nose then, I was scratching side, honest. You heard batteries. But have you seen the doll? Oh, doll's fantastic, Brett. I want one. Wow. That is really, really good because you have got to be near it to...
Yeah, you've actually got
to go near it to swipe. Yeah.
8, 9 inches, so it's maybe 10 inches away from
yeah.
you.
Do you want to turn Xbox off? Turn Spirit Box off. But yeah, for it to actually move like that, you've got lots of photos. That's good. Thank you, Stephen. It is an an interactive toy. But I think it's just amazing piece. It's just amazing for experiments with, because like you say, if you get one for yourself,
I don't know if you guys could hear the noise that it makes as it turns.
Could you hear the noise when it like made that like whipping sound round?
Because microphones, obviously.
The technology is good behind some of these toys. It is.
It's going mental now.
We've left it down on the floor. I don't know if you just hear it whip back round again. You should add hooks and shelves in there. Yeah, we're going away, mate. We've just got to.
What I wanted to do is
can't do it while after Christmas.
I want to board this out on inside first.
Yes.
So it will like double, rather than it just being like one wall.
Yeah.
You got a wall on
I
inside.
don't do dolls. Oh, you want to see my doll? Next time we do a chit chat, I'll bring it on.
It's freaky.
I'll bring her on. She's lovely. She's got a word bank in her, and she's got over 100 words that she's already got in her. But she can learn words, so we don't use her, and I don't sit and work words out with her, like, because you can learn her words. Which she's got a toy that you put to her mouth, and she kisses it, and then she'll repeat what sound it makes. Well, I don't do anything like that, but when I do use her on experiments, I bring her out and just switch her on. And if spirits can manipulate a sound box, it's a really good sound box for it to use. It's fantastic. But I must admit, the robot, I think that robot's amazing for what it does. I look through a lot of them, and Alison, I got a boy in one.
All dolls should be burned.
She should. Stephen, yeah, if you can share them onto group page, that'd be brilliant, Stephen, and then I can check them out, and everybody else can have a look at what you've caught. Because sometimes you guys send them, and it's turning again. You guys will send them in, and when I'm looking, I can see different faces in different places, and other people can see different things. And I just think it's fantastic that when people comment what they see, it's good. Each I have the baby one. I think it's different to yours because mine just makes baby noises. They do to start with. She normally do. I mean, I've got the Lover-Bella. And you could get Lover Bo, which is the boy. But that's all they do is babble. But if a word comes out, I mean, I swear that doll said, "Fuck off." Basically, I really did hear that doll say that. You heard it say that, yeah. Because we just finished an investigation with her. And we'd left her switched on, and John was putting her into back at car. And as John banned, and as I put her back at car, John said, "I'll put her on front seat. I'm not touching her." So next minute, she said, "F off." I'll not swear. She said, "F off," and then I said, "Has she just swore?" And John said, "I don't know." He says, "I think she." Next minute, she said it again, and that were it. I was just laughing. Because the sound she made really did sound like she'd swore. Mine is the newborn one, so I don't know if it will have words. I'm not sure. I've not seen newborn one. We went for older one. Like I said, next live we have, I've swore twice. I'm going to get right shouted at after this. They're going to ban me. But yeah, and next one we'll bring robot out, and I'll bring doll, and I'll just sit doll in corner and let her babble away and talk to herself, and try some experiments with them next time, because we've not tried experiments. Why is that making that noise?
I have no idea.
Is that robot supposed to make that noise? I already did hear me. Oh, Claire Bear's going to shout at me. That robot reminds me of my TV turning on by itself.
It wasn't on.
It's talking to itself. The robot's actually talking to itself. Never, ever, ever heard or seen it react like it's reacting. You just turn the camera down. I'm just going to turn you.
It should have actually turned away from that wall. I'll show you. It's just... should have turned away from that wall.
It should move backwards. When it goes near an object that's close to it, it should move backwards. Britain, it's just stood there and it's just keeps chuntering away. So
Yeah, night,
night,
Natasha.
Natasha, my lovely. Yeah, we're finishing in a minute anyway, my love. So take care and sweet dreams, my lovely. But no, I just think this road. I think it's amazing. I just think it's an amazing piece of kit. There you go.
That could have been wall.
Could have
Was
been
it
wall
were-
that
it
made
were
it turn.
close
It
to
is
wall?
close to wall. That weren't close
That
to
weren't
wall.
close to. That weren't wall.
Thank you. Are you enjoying playing with that toy? Can you bring him forward for me? Can you make him run? If you go near the back of him, you'll make him run forward.
Can you make him talk again?
We said we weren't going to ask him to do anything, so really we should respect
No,
that.
we shouldn't. We should.
Thank you. I apologise for asking you to do it again for us. I did say that we wouldn't. So I do apologise. We'll just leave you playing while we're just finishing talking.
So yeah, that's weird.
Very weird. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. I wish we'd have had this one out earlier, actually. Because we could have had him just in corner.
Babbling away to himself.
Babbling. So, short circuit, Johnny Five's alive.
Turn
I
to
love
faces
that.
now.
Turn to face, mate. Are you Johnny Five and are you alive? God, if it speaks now, I'll
If
ruin.
it says Johnny Five,
I'll
alive,
climb all you. I'll push you out of the way to get out of this shed. So, but no. But thank you for coming and interacting. We do appreciate it. We
So,
are
yeah.
going to
So we are hoping to be out. Is it
Friday.
Friday.
But again, it's a place where I can't take me.
I might be quite quiet on Friday.
Oh no, I don't know if we are Friday or whether we're going to go Saturday. John's having his tooth out.
On Friday
And
at
last
3
time he
p.m.
had his tooth out, he wouldn't stop bleeding.
So I had to go back and
He
have
had
it
to go back
stitched.
and have it stitched. So it might be Saturday night we're out and not Friday. So I think I'm going to say Saturday night.
Yeah.
We'll leave it while Saturday. Yeah.
So we'll be out Saturday.
Yeah. So
If you guys want, we can always maybe come on and do a chit chat on Friday night.
yeah, we can do a chit chat Friday night.
It's going mental down there.
It's just turning all every which way but loose. But yes, so Brett, if you're up for coming out at weekend, send us a message. Can let you know where we're going, and if you're interested in coming, you're more than welcome to join us. It's a big enough place we're going to, I think. So
The robot's now headbutting the wall.
shouldn't do that. It should back away from wall.
I'm just going to show you because I can't believe it's doing this.
Shouldn't do that.
It shouldn't do that.
Because what it should do is, if something's in front of it, it should back away
Look
from
at
it.
it. It's trying to break out at shed.
That's really weird.
As if something's behind it.
Yeah. I don't know whether I can. That's me balancing it for you.
It's dead.
The robot's
Yeah,
died.
sensor should have turned that away. Oh, I'm looking at wall.
That were weird.
Sensor
Because
should have turned that away.
Are you going to pick it up now?
I'll turn it off
Yeah,
now.
turn it off now. We're having it blessed before we leave the shed. I'm going to bring my smudging stuff out because you're not coming back in my house, robot. Yeah, you can hold that. That's free.
It's my little robot.
That was dramatic. It were. That shouldn't do that because it's got sensors on. So in front of it.
It's got IR sensors or camera. I don't know if it's sensors or
I
camera.
know I've killed it. But it's got sensors all the way around it. So if you're at the back of it, it pushes it forward. If you're at the front of it, it'll push it backwards. And if you walk past it, it like turns.
So for that to be banging against wall, something must have been stood right behind it.
Yeah.
Weird.
Very weird. Oh. Face planted the poor bugger. It did. But yeah, so I think we're going to call it now, my lovelies. We have been on 2 hours
two and
and
a half
24 minutes. Wow. That's a long time. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight.
Yes.
And
Sorry we couldn't get out, but
yeah.
unfortunately the weather.
I mean, it's raining anyway on all weekend, but we're hoping it's an indoor location. So
Well, indoor, outdoor.
Indoor, outdoor, yeah. But at least we can go indoors. So I'm so glad you've enjoyed, my lovelies. And we may come on Friday night, depending if he can talk. Not that he gets a word
I don't
in
get a word
anyway.
in anyway, so it don't matter anyway.
So it don't matter. So we might come out on
I'll
Friday
just
just
sit
for
there
a chit chat.
looking
Maybe.
beautiful.
Oh, I don't know. Didn't Brett say Andy were going live?
Yeah, we might not go live Friday.
No, Andy, what time? Brett, what time's Andy going live on Friday? Because I think he's putting there. He's uploading.
Hell House.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll watch that Friday. And
I'll
then
watch
jump
that
onto
and then jump
Brett's
on Brett's chat.
after.
So what I'll do is I'll share Brett's stream in our Facebook page and group. So then if you guys want, you can jump across and help support Brett.
And December 30
and then move into
yeah,
right.
we'll probably.
Are we on YouTube as well, Andy?
I am, Amy.
Are we on YouTube? You have to watch the playback. Johnny's a trophy husband. He's my trophy.
No worries. Right, anyway, guys.
Yep, YouTube, lovely. I'll share that out for you over the next few days on ours, and we shall join you at yours at 9 o'clock then on Friday.
On Friday. So thank
yeah.
you everybody for joining us.
Yes, it's been a blast. And
thank you all our mods to come on and mod in.
Yes. And we will let you know whether we've picked anything up on the EVP recorder.
Thank you, Natasha.
But yeah, thank you so much.
It's going to take me about 3 weeks to go through that. 'Cause it's going on for about an hour and odd. So, yeah.
Oh, dear. Right. So take care. Sweet dreams. And we shall see you
Saturday.
live on Saturday. And Friday, will be on Above Paranormal.
I've just said thanks to our mods for modding.
It did.
I can't remember who's been on.
Thank
you. All of it.
Scotty, Carol,
Gemma,
Chris, and Joanne. I don't know if Joanne's been on, but I'm going to say Joanne because Joanne, I don't know whether she's very well though. But Joanne, Kimmer, Claire. That's all as mods. You said Gemma, didn't you? Yeah. And then there's Scotty.
You said Scotty twice now.
Chris and Steve. And Steve will be watching on replay.
Yeah.
He's actually in New Zealand. So, yeah. Love to you all, and we shall see you all soon.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Good night.
Bye.
God bless.
Sweet dreams.